Can a true believer get a permit to carry a gun concealed for their and their family protection?
Can a true believer get a gun to carry concealed?
Permit to carry a gun concealed. I don't have one, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, there are laws that you're not supposed to carry that here on the premises if you do. But I would say absolutely yes is the answer to that. It can be very moral to be in that position. In fact, we've got a team of people here that's a part of a security team that, they all have permits to be packing, and there's probably hundreds of people at Christ Community Church that have permits to be packing. And there's a number of reasons why I think that can be moral. If you go, there's a subset of Christians who would call themselves pacifists. The pacifists would say there's no time that it's ever okay to be killing somebody. And they would point to places like Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount where he says, love your enemies. And if you're shooting your enemies, obviously you're not loving them. And so that's not a Christian thing to do. There are other people who would say, you know what, God, even in the Bible, gives permission for things like wars to take place or for there to be capital punishment underneath the law. So there must be at least some cases where it is just to take another person's life. We shouldn't be murdering them, but if you think in the case, if there's an active shooter that comes in a public place, is it more righteous to kill that active shooter, or is it more righteous to allow them to mow down a bunch of people? Well, I think the moral decision in that framework is pretty obvious, and I know quite a few people who carry just because they want to be somebody who's a good guy, if they get in that kind of a situation, that they can do the right and moral thing. Now, I would say morally, it's an incredibly weighty thing to be carrying a weapon that could take another person's life. You need to take that really seriously. You need to get really good training if that's the case for you. But I think it's within what's permissible in the Christian environment. Some pacifists would say no. Some people who are just war theorists would say yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Boyd. Give it up for Boyd.